Good day, this is Thomas United. We are doing a creative stream. We're continuing on with the 3D episodes. We're taking all the footage that we've selected before as, like good photography and everything, and we're going to start grouping it into the actual individual episodes. And there is a lot we have to do to sort. So this section we already did. I have to check to see what it was. We haven't done a creative stream in a while. I've been doing a lot of file management. Okay, so this section is all bridges. So, and that's pretty much what we do is we group by subject. There's a lot of photos with, let's say, in the afternoon. Then we group those, and then like all this we'll group architecture from like walking around, and then and so like these photos will group like cloudy photos together. And so we're just trying to get, similar categories, similar times of day, and similar kind of color temperatures, which goes hand in hand with time of day and really the weather, and like shooting conditions. Like indoors is a different color temperature than outdoors during the cloudy time. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be working on this for a couple of days. I'm doing another creative stream today, sometime between 9 and 11 p.m. Eastern time. So there are going to be 2 streams today. And like as you can see, there's over 12 hours of photography we have to organize. So by far, this project is mostly 3D and VR stuff. And so I'm not going to edit the VR stuff live, because the majority of these photos are actually VR compatible. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to group everything, and then when I'm offline, I'm going to take all the photos out that aren't VR compatible for the VR project, and then from there we'll edit them separately. We'll edit the 3D version, which I release on YouTube. You can go to Flotations right now. I'll give you the blog, and there you can navigate to the YouTube channel. It's a website with a whole bunch of sub-blogs and everything, but you can navigate to the YouTube channel, and there you'll see there's the 3D released in the side-by-side format, which is the standard. And so what you would do is you would play the video on your TV or 3D monitor, and then in your TV, with your TV remote, you say, you put it in 3D mode, and it will say like side by side, and you say yes, and then the TV will play the video in side by side mode. It's not really supported natively in YouTube anymore. It used to be, but they took that feature out of YouTube, which is kind of annoying. And you can like play the video with an Xbox One or PS3 or PS4, but you still have to manually put your TV or 3D monitor in 3D mode for that. And so if you don't have a 3D TV or monitor, I do release it in a VR mode for smartphones. So if you have like Google Cardboard or like the Samsung Gear VR, any headset that you put your cell phone in, you just load the YouTube app, or you can even do it from the web browser, and then you can watch the 3D video in VR. It's really good. A lot of times I do that. I watch the videos in the VR mode, and so it's like you're sitting in a theater, and only like the 3D is better. You don't have to worry about like the active shutter or stuttering effects or holding your head straight. It's very much like, watching a 3D movie in a movie theater. But you're in the perfect seat, and there's a lot less problems with the VR, with the 3D. But there is no head tracking, so when you turn your head to the left, it's just stationary. And the VR stuff that I'm going to be releasing, like these photos are in VR, it's 180 degrees. It's technically 122 degrees. But this one, when it's released as a VR video on YouTube, it will have, you look to the left, you see things on the left, you look to the right. So there is going to be head tracking VR stuff, but the 3D, like this is just a 3D photo. The 3D will be a fixed view, is what I call it. So with that, let's get started. Get back to work. And this is all the websites that I run. And here's the production schedule for when video projects are going to be coming out, both to Patreon and then also publicly on YouTube. And what else is there? There's the store where you can buy photography prints. You can buy just the pictures alone as prints. You can get them framed as canvas or wall mounts or metallic prints and things like that. So there's that, and then there's something else. ASMR. One of the YouTube channels, and I do broadcast them on Twitch, is a story time from live to tape. And then the most current live to tape video is here. It's story time episode 8, the story of the white cat. And that's a good one. I had a lot of fun doing it. So actually I have to take a break right off the bat. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now we really get started. So the first thing off the bat, the first thing we're going to be looking for is, hold on. There we go. The first thing off the bat is we're going to get things of interesting architecture. Well, you know what? I lied. What we're going to do, we kind of did this before with the 4K footage, but we're going to get everything from a high vantage point. And then we'll get things of interesting architecture. And the reason why I'm doing it that way is because I don't want to get the architecture stuff first when it's like architecture from a high vantage point. And these are all 3D photos, not VR photos. The VR is in 3D, which is why it's included in this project. And the sculptures is going to be another section. So I'm planning to get a lot done. We'll maybe do like an hour or 2 hours. This is the Milwaukee Museum of Art. And there we go. And then this is the Milwaukee Public Market. Project Park, which is the next series that's coming to Flotations. Just finished rendering the second version. It's the proof render, so I have to make sure everything's going well, the animation's all good. And the biggest thing that I'm double checking is the 3D. And after I finish checking the 3D, I have to check the VR. But the VR version there were some complications where some of the assets were missing on the server, and that was rendering it, so I had to go fix that and render essentially the same thing again. But the 3D is extremely good. I was like, wow. I watched there's like 4 episodes, and I watched 3 of them 2 or 3 times. I would have watched the 4th one, the second time, but I was just out of time. And so the 3D, the edits are done, but I still have to write the script and do the voiceover. So I have to write the script for the 4K and the 3D, and then eventually the VR. But the VR is going to be the last thing that comes out. Okay, so here's our altitude architecture from a high vantage point. I guess we'll consider that a high vantage point. Haven't saved in a while, which is dangerous. So we have a lot of statues and sculptures we're going to get. And this is back in the Milwaukee. These are VR photographs. That's why some of them look similar. It's because I took some photographs with the VR and some with the 3D camera. And the VR camera, it's 122 degrees. So it's most VR cameras are either 360 or 180. And this one is just 122 degrees. And because of that, well, because it's so wide, I'm able to use it kind of as a wide angle camera, and I can zoom in digitally. And so that's what I do. This is for flotation, so it's a lot of animated zooming in and panning left and right and things like that. So because it's so wide, I have a lot more I can zoom in. I can go zoom in a lot further with 3D. This is problematic. Okay. We're gonna do this. Stack this over here. And we're gonna scoot this down, and I just have to remember to put it back. We're still looking for photography from a high vantage point. I'm pretty sure we got everything, but we have to double check. Here's one. So Project Park is going to be coming out next on YouTube on Flotations. The Milwaukee Film Proofs video series is coming out, and you can check that out. The schedule is up on the official schedule. You can go. I spelled it wrong. I spelled Skid Rule. So that's the schedule, and you can see when the Milwaukee Film Proofs are coming out, and it's the scans directly from the scanner. There's no editing to the photographs, and so it's kind of like a preview of what's coming out, and that's actually what I called it. I called it a preview. And so I believe episode 3 is out on that, so if you want, you can catch that there. I'm gonna do kind of a watch along pretty soon of the produced content. So like the film proofs and Project Newfoundland episode 5, story time. They're all gonna start coming back pretty soon. Kind of a different format as a watch along, and then so that's coming back, which is good. I forgot what the next thing I was going to say. My finger's getting trigger happy. Spasdemonium. putting this back to the way it was. I can already tell some of them are a little bit out of order, which is fine. Well, actually, okay, so now we have to we're going to slide everything down. It feels really good to be back in creative. I was having so much fun with Halo and everything. I was just like, I forgot what it was like to have a lot of fun with video games, so to speak. I'm not saying that I haven't been playing good video games. I have, but I really enjoy Halo. And I don't really play multiplayer games. I only play campaigns and things like that. And it's interesting to see how different each game was. Like ODST, I'm playing all of them on easy, but I'm playing them with a lot of skulls. And it's interesting how difficult ODST was, because you're not a Spartan. You can't carry as much ammo. I don't like how it's loading. Why is it taking so long? It never takes this long. It usually means the hard drive's having issues. I'm trying to save. Come on, computer. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe. Oh, I know why it's taking so long. It's trying to move everything. Yeah. Okay, so that's understandable. So these are all our high altitude photographs. Now we're going to move on straight to sculptures. Sculptures and art. It's gonna kind of like the fun part. And there's a lot of sculptures because where the hotel was right on this pathway for the sculpture walk. So it's kind of like a festival, not really a festival, but they get a whole bunch of artists to create sculptures and everything. And I have to do more research about it, but you just walk along the street all the way to Lake Michigan. It's about, I think it was like a mile, and it was like 1.2 miles. And all along the way, pretty much every block, there's a couple different sculptures. So I did that walk. Like if you're walking by yourself, it's really easy to do. But I was pushing my grandmother, and then I had all the photography equipment and stuff. But it was It's still a lot of fun, and it's very doable, even if you're pushing a wheelchair and everything. And plus, my grandmother's like pretty light in the wheelchair, so it's not that big an issue. Okay, and so this is where the art comes in. This is why it's sculpture and art that I'm looking for. The happy emojis, smiley faces. So already there's a lot of sculpture and everything. I was supposed to do an event today, but I decided not to. I was just, one, I was tired, and two, it's supposed to rain, and it's an outdoor event, and the event still happens whether it rains or not, but it's also goes on for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Sunday it's supposed to rain, but Sunday is supposed to rain, but Saturday is supposed to be clear. So I'm going to do 2 events on Saturday. I'm going to a baseball game, and then I'm going to do this other event. And I'm working on this project with event photography, and it's kind of like a photojournalism project. And but the catch is that all the photography is either going to be done in VR, in 3D, or on film. So it's going to be 35 millimeter and medium format film. And it's not stressful shooting on film, but it's more enjoyable because you spend so much more time, focused on composition. Like, I do focus a lot on composition in digital, but it's just like with digital, it's like, okay, I want to compose this way, and then I'll try another shot composed a different way. With film, it's very much you're only going to take one photo of this scene or this subject, and so you have to make it the best one. So sometimes I just sit there just composing and just kind of watching the image, and sometimes I don't even take the picture. It's like, this one's good, but I'm going to wait for the next one. So there's a lot more concentration, and there's a lot more being more selective about what you take a picture of. And so what's nice, and you probably already seen it with the film, the 35 millimeter black and white film, but every photo is unique. There's no like double images like this one. There's 2 of the statue. If it was film, it would just be 1. And because of that, there was 160 photos, and 149 of them were used. So that's like a very high success rate of photography. Usually with digital, it's like maybe 40% are used, and that's because some of them are very similar and everything. But there is more of the digital. And then so with film, it's just a lot more patience. It's not nerve-wracking. For some people it would be, but I enjoy it. It's just the photos you take are more not valuable, but they're more on purpose, if that makes sense. And I'm also testing out this new film. Hopefully it comes out good. It's a film company called, it's like Extra Fine, Extreme Fine. And it has good reviews. And it's inexpensive brand. You can buy it more in bulk, like 10 rolls, which is a lot of rolls. Usually you can only buy packs of 5. It's from Kodak and from Fujifilm. But this, you can get 10 rolls in medium format for about $40. Usually 5 rolls of medium format film cost like $38. So you get over double the film. And like I said, a lot of the reviews were good. Some of them say, you get what you pay for, but it is extremely good for what you pay for. So, that's good. So now we're continuing to look for sculptures and art. I think we have everything. I'm not sure though. And we always have to go through them all. And I consider this, well, you know what, we're gonna do nature, so that one's not gonna count. So I'm gonna grab these two at the drive-by. That one's the art sculpture. There we go. Love sculpture. And then we have this creepy sculpture. That's my dog. She's getting comfortable. She's been grunting a lot more. Exasperated, or she's like, oh yeah. Sometimes she'll just flop and she says, give me a belly rub. These are two men in hazmat suits that are fighting. And we've gotten into their VR photographs. I don't know if I'm going to include the art museum, and that's these ones. Probably not. It's probably going to be its own section, and I'm going to... Let's separate that out now. So there's a huge clump of them. Just so we don't have to keep sorting through them all. And raise that one. These are all the art museum. And we're going to be passing some murals. Okay, these are back in the art museum. I don't know how they got separated all the way over here. Do. So I'm just gonna get all these in the way. This might be like a private project or Patreon only. Or it just might be like an experimental project that never gets released. Okay, so now we have this huge chunk, and we'll be able to move everything down. There we go. Okay, so this makes it a lot easier. The next thing we're going to be looking for is nature, and like there's a lot. So it's like trees, beaches, the docks. We're going to be grabbing all of those. And then after we get nature, we're going to get interesting architecture. And this isn't Milwaukee, that's, in fact, let's separate that out now. This is a Jelly Belly facility. And it's a warehouse, but they have like these tours, and that's the train that pulls you, and you go on the tour around the facility and everything. It's pretty fun. And then at the end they give you a whole bunch of jelly beans. They give you a free sample of jelly beans, and then they expect you to buy these jelly beans. And it's funny because you can do custom jelly beans, like packs where you get only the flavors you want. But then they have these things called belly flops, and they're still edible. They're like the same jelly beans, but they're not the exact right shape. Some of them are a lot bigger, some of them are smaller, some of them are like 2 or 3 jelly beans combined. And so they have like a deal where you can buy the belly flops. It was like you buy 3 for $30, and then you can get 2 extra packs included in that. So you're getting 5 like huge packets of jelly beans. And we're like, oh, we'll only get 1 because there's no way we want 5 belly flop packets, and they're each like 2 pounds of jelly beans. So we're like, that's too much. So we got like 3 bags of custom flavors, where we texted my sisters, and they were like, we want this flavor, that flavor. So we got 3 bags of that. We got 1 belly flops, and then so then it ended up being it was like $50, and we're like, surprise. And so we're like, we should have just got the huge amount of belly flops, because the custom bags is a lot less than is a lot smaller amount than the belly flops. So it would have been cheaper just to get 5 2-pound bags. So that's like 10 pounds of jelly beans. And I thought that was funny. And I've never been like a huge jelly bean fan. I just thought it'd be fun to go there and check it out, but it was just like, they got me. I was like hooked. I was like, man, jelly beans are actually great. I've been indoctrinated by the Jelly Bean Corporation. Jelly Bellies. I had a friend in elementary school, and she really liked jelly beans, and I spent for her birthday, it was just like I went to maybe 5 or 6 stores. When I say I went with my mom because I was in elementary school, and we went to five or 7 stores, and nobody was carrying jelly beans. And it was just like, it was incredible because you don't think of jelly beans as hard to get, but they were just nowhere at that time. And this was in it was in April, so it's not really close to a holiday. I mean, I guess it's close to Easter, but it was just really funny how difficult it was to find jelly beans. And the reason why it's taking so long to load is because every time I delete the space in between the clips, it shifts everything closer and closer. So it's shifting all that. It's essentially shifting like 8 hours of photography content, shifting that down. And so it takes a long time. I'm gonna take a short break soon. Whoa! It's like overloaded. Please don't crash. It says it's not responding, but I'm confident it will recover. You know what, I'll just... Oh, there we go. So let's save this really fast. Now I'm gonna take the break. This is all art and sculptures. And I'll be right back. I promise. Okay, I'm back. Like, where did everything go? So now we're gonna get all the outdoor, like parks and things like that. That's the next section. And there's a lot. I guess nature in general. So this counts as nature. I guess we'll count trees as well. So where the subject is, there's trees and everything. we go. We're at a nice garden. We're making a lot of progress. More progress than I thought we'd do for this afternoon stream. And I am going to be streaming tonight sometime between 9 and 11 p.m. Probably closer to like 9. These belong over here. I don't know why we didn't select those before. And you know what? We're going to do two things at once. We're going to get rid of this. Not get rid of, but we're going to move that up. Because that's going to be its own episode and it's all grouped together. Nightbot scared me. I was like, aha, who's texting that huge comment? So this is all nature and stuff, parks and outdoor recreation. Oh, and viewing Project Park. It was just like I've seen the JVC camera, what it can do with video and everything, but I've been taking pictures with it more often, and so it was nice to see, you know, once the workflow was done, how well the pictures came out. In a lot of ways, the pictures came out better than the video. I mean, for Project Park, I didn't record any video, but it was nice to see how high quality the photos were after they were color graded, because they're only JPEGs, and so that was good, and it's one less thing to worry about, because I've been taking a lot of photos and archiving them with the JVC camera, kind of not knowing what they would look like after, you know, for the final project and the final production and everything. So that was, you know, that was really good. So we're gonna go to there. So we've moved on to the VR photos. I'm not counting these as nature because they're in the neighborhoods. But this one I am. Because this is back in the park. Driving through the park. to right around there. So there's a ton more park and recreation stuff than for the 4K. When I was going through the 4K footage, which is just this 35mm photography, I was like a little disappointed. I was like, I didn't take that many photos at the park, and so that's kind of half true. I didn't take that many digital color photographs at the park, but I actually did take a whole roll of medium format color film at the park, and there are several park photographs taken with 35mm black and white film. So there's actually a lot more nature photos that are going to be in 4K, both color and black and white. So now we're back at the park. We got shrubbery, but we're not going to count that. I guess we'll count these trees. Okay, and we're going to be moving this. It's an easy grab because they're all right next to each other. All the indoor photography from the Milwaukee Public Market. And I'm like 90% sure this is everything. I was like, where is it? The other section. Okay. I'm just going to continue sliding it over. So this is like another section done. And this is like an actual usable section. And there's going to be so much rendering. So much rendering. Like the neighborhood shots are going to be its own thing. Looking at all these driving photos. I really want to just hop in the car and go somewhere. But that's happening tomorrow. I got a lot of places to drive to. And I'm like really excited for the events. I'm like trying to conserve how much film. And so this one event that's a festival, I was like, oh, I'll shoot 2 rolls, which is 24 photos in medium format. But like I said, this like photojournalism project, this event photography project, I'm shooting the primary photos on film, and then I'm also doing 3D and VR photographs as well. But they're not gonna, like the 3D and the VR, they're not gonna be released in 2D format. They're only gonna be released in 3D and VR. But the film photos will be released in mainly 4K and 8K. There's not going to be that many HD videos, if at all. The 3D will be in HD, but the VR should be in 5K. And so it's really the only HD thing is going to be the 3D. So I talked myself out of using 2 rolls of medium format film because it's more important to get a lot of different events than get a lot of photos of one event. And so 24 photos for one event is like, that's a little bit too much. And so I'm gonna shoot 12 photos, and all the rest are gonna be VR and 3D. And I'm still kind of like finding my feet for event photography. I used to do it a lot, but it was different. Because it was with my school, it was like I was the official photographer and stuff. So it's weird going to all these different events and kind of being, not a stray photographer, but just kind of freelance. But I have high anxiety about public places and going out alone, but everyone's been super friendly. A lot of people kind of are very amenable to having their photo taken, and a lot of them, especially artists and other people, they want you to take their photo so that they can get not publicity, but it can be archived and everything, and they always want a copy. So that's really good. And so I'm not making connections, but I am just talking to more people, and it's nice meeting other people that do art in terms of painting and everything and photography. But I mainly am meeting a lot of painters and kind of traditional art, which is good. I mean, I have an extensive background in painting as well. It's not my go-to thing. I do a lot of fused glass, and I used to do painting. I took painting every semester in high school. It was required though. And then I've done some stained glass. So I'm considering this park footage. we're leaving this for architecture. But this is good park stuff. We're getting close to the end. Okay. So now, you guys know the drill. Let me save before we start. I'll give you the link to my blog. Okay. Do. Just going slowly. And it's already, a lot easier for the computer to take away the spaces because we moved so much content into their subjects, so they're out of the way. So this is all nature photography in the city and out. Like we already have over an hour. So this Milwaukee project, it's pretty meaty. I mean, like there's a lot to it, which is funny because I knew this was going to be like one of the larger projects, but usually when I go out and shoot, it's for like 3 weeks or 3 or 4 weeks. I only shot 6 days in Milwaukee. So it's like I got a lot of content, like unique content. And so I am getting, oh no, please don't crash. I am getting more efficient at taking photos and getting coverage and kind of setting up, the world view in these films. So I'm going to be really excited when the Milwaukee Project comes out, and then the project that should be coming out after Milwaukee will be the New York Project. And because of how many episodes the Milwaukee Project is going to be, it's going to be consistently coming out on a weekly or a bi-weekly basis until the New York Project comes out. And my goal is to have the New York Project come out towards the end of February. It will come mid-February to Patreon, but it will come publicly like at the end of February, early March of 2019. Like we still have so much work to do for the New York Project. And part of the Milwaukee and the New York Project is actually coming to live to tape. There's a whole nother section of footage that you guys haven't seen. I'll be editing it live, but it will be it's 4K time-lapse photography, and that will be coming. Okay. So now we're going to get photos where architecture is the subject. And it will be pretty easy because that's kind of what's left over. I might have to include like these river shots as see these ones, it's these are all architecture photographs. And like I said, this one's going a lot faster because it's kind of what's left over. And then the next thing after this we're going to do neighborhoods. And this one should have been included in the park episode. You know what, we're gonna include these three in the nature. Which I think was the last one we did. Yep. And if you want some relaxing ASMR, here's that. Oh no. Oh wait, okay. I was like, there's no... lost where I was. But we have to scoot this all down anyway. Luckily everything's getting faster. We actually might be able to get to animating. Well, no, we're not going to get to animating. We're going to go back to the 4K project, and we'll actually be organizing the episodes. Like each photograph into which order it's supposed to be in. I don't know why I keep doing that. Release. This is weird. No, it keeps jumping back. So I have to do it in sections, which is weird. consider that architecture. A lot of this driving is specific to architecture. Even that handicap spot. This is more neighborhood driving, which I'm not counting as. It needs to be like incredible architecture, and like it's good, but not what I'm looking for. And yes, what I'm saying is we're looking for like large scale buildings. We're like almost done. I'm really surprised with how much work we've been able to do. And again, this is like neighborhoods, so that's going to be its own section. My dog's like really snoring. Okay, so there's a lot of large-scale architecture that we were able to get. look at this. We've cut this project up to a small section of things to do, unlike they're all similar, which is fantastic. And then while I'm doing this, this is all the websites that I produce content for. Now it's thinking. So this is all we have left to do, so we will definitely finish this, like this stream, just sorting. So I'm just looking for neighborhoods now. That's kind of the biggest section, which is kind of like everything that's left over. Neighborhood photography. So I want to thank everyone for coming out. I'm doing a creative stream later tonight. We'll be actually organizing each episode. Before, what we're doing now and what we did before with the 4K stuff is we organized what photographs are going to be in each episode. But now we're actually going to edit where each photograph goes in each episode. So I'm gonna go offline for a little bit. It's like 5:30, so I should be back online like 9, sometime between 9 and 11. But I'm gonna try really hard to get back online at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll go to about 11 at night, 11 or 12. I'm setting strict schedule rules for myself where I have to get out of my office by 11. Like, office hours are over at 11 p.m. 12 p.m. Well, technically 12 a.m. But yeah, so we're making a lot of progress. I'm really happy. I was getting worried. Like, we were doing a lot of creative streams, and I'm not saying I was getting jaded, but it just felt like so much work, especially looking at, how much stuff we had to sort. Oh my goodness. What is this? What is this? Is this unsorted stuff? What is this? Most of it is actually the same. Okay, so we just had to pull out the neighborhood photos. So yeah, I was feeling a little bit jaded. Not jaded, but just tired. I didn't know how I was going to finish this project possibly in time. But and then I was like getting worried with Project Park, because Project Park is going to be coming out before this. But yeah, I was worried about, if I'm going to finish this. I didn't want it to be like a project I never finished. And like, I'm very worried about the New York project because it is massive. So I have a lot of scripts to write. A lot. Okay, now we're actually close to being done. No, I like never look at my stats. I have a feeling about how I'm doing, and I just trust my gut more than I don't need to look at the stats of what I do for Twitch. But I reached 50 followers. So it gave me the alert, and I was like, yeah, because I've been at 49 forever, and like, I'm really happy with how Twitch has been turning out, because it's growth, but it's slow growth, and it's like reliable. My viewers are like the best, and once somebody follows, like, I've been streaming since 2016. Once somebody follows, like, they follow for a long time. I've only lost like maybe 4 followers, and for whatever reason, like, if I lose a follower in a week, like, usually within 3 or 4 days, I gain a new follower. So I don't know what's up with that. if it's like some kind of karma or whatever. But yeah, my army is quite, the Thumbs United army is quite consistent, is what I'm trying to say. And but yeah, so I recently reached 50 and I was like, yay. And then I got the alert and got what is thy bidding, which I've been so close to getting, but it has like, the stats are like how close you are to affiliate, and the irony is I'm closer to partner than I am to affiliate, which I don't know how you do that, but I just thought that was funny. I only have one more thing to accomplish to become partner, and to become affiliate I have 2 more things. One of the things to become partner is kind of also a requirement to become affiliate. I think I have to get like 75 concurrent viewers. So I thought that was funny. But yeah, I could actually, if I got 75 concurrent viewers, I would actually be eligible for partnership before I'm eligible for affiliate. Which, in classic Lloyd style is, I always, do things kind of backwards and differently than conventional ways. And then I streamed like 327 hours every 30 days. And I was like, no wonder my ISP is emailing me, dude, you're out of data. I thought that was funny. And then I'm like planning to stream more. The thing that got me really grumpy about the ISP though is that they tell you, we allow you to reach your limit twice a month before we charge you extra. And so they told me, oh, you've already reached your limit, twice. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. We're done. But, yeah, I'll be back online sometime between 9 and 11 p.m. Eastern Time to do our evening stream. And yeah. And so we'll be continuing with the 4K project, actually organizing the episodes. And there was something else. Oh, I was kind of talking about the funniness of being closer to the partner than to the affiliate. So that was like funny. Let's see, there was something else I wanted to say. I'm going to be doing more video game streams from the Xbox because I have so much extra stuff I have to render. So our schedule of Creative Wednesdays and Thursdays is going to be a little different. But I should do. I'm going to be doing a creative stream and a video game stream tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. We're kind of have this like family emergency, extended family emergency. So I'm going to have to drive my mom and grandmother to the airport, but they don't have their tickets yet. So we'll see what time that happens, and then yeah, it's just going to be me. So I'm going to have a lot more time for streaming. But yeah, so I'll see everyone later tonight for sure, and tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. So I'm gonna continue streaming every day. I'm kind of doing like a push to affiliate. I need to get my reruns back, but like I said, I also have another solution for produced content and streaming that. So I want to thank everyone for coming out. I hope everyone has a good day. I will see everyone tonight or tomorrow. And bye-bye. Have a good day. I know I already said that, but I really hope everyone does. And I'll see you all later. Y'all. Bye-bye.